Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's going to hit you right in the feels.
Yeah, get the tissues ready.
No, but seriously, this one's about resilience, guilt, forgiveness.
All that good stuff.
All the heavy stuff, all the human stuff. And it all revolves around a boxing match. 30 years ago, Chris Eubank and Michael Watson stepped into the ring. And that fight, well, let's just say it changed both their lives forever.
It really did. It's a story that's stuck with boxing fans for decades.
And today, we're going to explore the aftermath, the emotional roller coaster that followed that night. We've got excerpts from a text, Eubank's own words reflecting on everything.
Powerful stuff.
So should we just jump right in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so picture this. 1991, Eubank and Watson, rematch, huge hype.
They were both at the top of their game. I mean, the energy was electric.
High stakes, the whole world watching.
Right.
And Eubank wins, right? But the victory, it's anything but a celebration.
Right, because during the fight, Watson suffers a severe brain injury, a subdural hematoma.
And the worst part, there were delays in getting him the medical attention he needed. Back then, the ringside medical care wasn't what it is today.
Absolutely. And that delay, it made Watson's condition even worse. And it raised huge questions about fighter safety, the protocols, everything.
Yeah, a real turning point for the sport. I mean, think about it. With a subdural hematoma, every second counts. That pressure on the brain, it needs to be addressed immediately.
Exactly, a quicker response. And who knows, maybe things would have been different for Watson.
And for Eubank, too, right? I mean, how do you even begin to process a win like that?
Yeah.
Knowing the cost, the burden of what happened.
It weighed on him, you can tell. You look at Eubank's career after that fight, and there's a shift. He becomes this flamboyant figure, almost larger than life.
Right, with that super defensive style.
Exactly, like he was trying to protect himself, but also his opponents,
Almost like he was fighting with this invisible shield, trying to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, and some say he was seeking redemption in the ring, trying to make things right somehow.
It's like that guilt, the trauma, it became a part of him, shaped how he moved, how he fought.
Absolutely. It wasn't just physical scars, The mental and emotional toll, that's the stuff that really lingers.
But, amidst all this darkness, there's this incredible story of resilience. Michael Watson's story.
Oh, man, what a fighter in every sense of the word.
To come back from that, to not only survive, but to
It's
thrive.
mind-blowing. I mean, he completes the London Marathon in 2003. Think about that.
The sheer willpower, the dedication.
It's a testament to the human spirit, proof that we can overcome pretty much anything.
I mean, just imagine the physical therapy, the mental battles he must have faced every single day.
Years of it. And then to cross that finish line, it's just inspiring.
And then years later, there's this powerful moment. Eubank and Watson, they meet again.
Face to face. Can you imagine that conversation?
I can't even imagine. So much unspoken history, so much pain.
But they did it. They addressed the trauma, the guilt, all of it.
And what came out of that meeting? Was it closure? Forgiveness?
It seemed like both. A sense of understanding, like they finally acknowledged this shared experience that had bound them together, for better or worse.
It makes you think about forgiveness, right? How difficult it can be, but also how powerful, how healing.
And how do we learn from something like this? How do we carry those lessons with us?
Especially in a sport like boxing. And it's a question that became even more relevant with Eubank Jr., Chris Eubank's son. He finds himself in a similar situation years later.
With Nick Blackwell, right. Another fight, another serious brain injury.
It brought all those memories flooding back, the risks, the responsibilities that come with stepping into that ring.
Like history was repeating itself. A stark reminder that some things, they just stay with you.
Yeah, and they force you to confront the past, to grapple with those difficult questions all over again. This deep dive, it wasn't just about boxing. It was about so much more.
It was about guilt, about the weight of responsibility, about the human capacity for resilience.
And ultimately about forgiveness, about finding a way to move forward, even when the past is so heavy.
It makes you wonder, have we ever been in situations where forgiveness was the only way out? What makes it so difficult? And yet in moments like these, we see how essential it is for healing, for growth.
It's a powerful thought to leave with, something to ponder as we move forward in our own lives. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. It's been, well, heavy.
Definitely heavy, but important.
So important. And until next time, keep those questions close. Keep thinking, keep searching.
And maybe, just maybe, keep forgiving.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.